50th birthday is there. But I became sad also that, why is this? Actually, her birthday was yesterday. But because yesterday was Karwa Chauth and everyone was keeping fast, all the ladies were keeping fast. So, why is Saturday will be better?
Happens. We can't avoid it. Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Okay. So what is the recap? Any quick recap? Do you remember what we discussed last time? Before we start with the Shloka number 240. Roughly, what do you remember? Kali-yuga memory. I know it's very tough. I was just thinking, please give me a frank answer. You might be hearing a lot of philosophy from a lot of people. Will the philosophy attract you more, or the devotees who are showing that philosophy through their acts will attract more? Did you get my question? Will the philosophy attract more, or will the devotees who are following that philosophy and show that philosophy in action towards others will attract more? So see, we are having, in Zenith we are having a wonderful set of devotees. And Himanshu Prabhu, Ashok Prabhu, Deepak Prabhu, Ramesh Prabhu, Roshni Mataji, Adi Mataji, Anurag Mataji, Hrishikesh Prabhu, a lot of devotees are there, right? I know, I might have missed some names, Himanshu Prabhu, Survey Mataji, a lot of devotees, when they are the devotees who are there in this community. And whenever they meet you or whenever they discuss with you anything, and you can see that love and affection towards devotees and the seriousness in spirituality. With their actions they show. I think recently Himanshu Prabhu has built up a website for Krishna consciousness at Zenith. And how we are fine-tuning Deepa Mataji, a lot of devotees are giving inputs, right? So that's true, Prabhu. When devotees, philosophy hearing is not a bad thing, but when we see devotees, people who are actually practicing the philosophy and showing that philosophy towards others, that attracts more. Okay, that is the right answer. Anyway, so coming to the recap, actually, two things while you perform karma. One is if you are not performing karma, what will happen? It is a loss for you in a way. It's a loss for you if you don't perform your karma. Another thing is you perform karma 100%, but you are doing it imperfectly. What will happen? That will incur sin, that's also loss only. Right? So one is not performing karma or doing semi karma. For example, mother is there, taking care of a kid. She is doing a job. And parallelly she needs to take care of kids also. But at a young age, mother's attention is required more. Yes or no? Yes. But there are so many mothers, they whatever nannies or maids they have. But when we ask them, are we performing the duty of a mother perfectly? I don't know. It's two things here. One is performing half is a loss. And even if you are performing karma full but imperfectly, then also it is loss. Why I am saying this? Because that is in the material plane. Now coming to spiritual thing, that's what we are going to start with 2.40, and it is a very famous shloka, very famous shloka actually. Let us chant this together. Let us sing this together. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate svalpamaviyasya dharmasya trayato mayato bhaya. Yeah, Avish, translation please. Haribo. Good. Diminution. Yeah. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. What is the most dangerous type of fear in our life? Lift your hands. Don't say the answer. Lift your hands. Okay, tell me. Huh? Wow, claps. So kids are telling the answer. Very nice to see that. Okay. Yeah, is that the greatest fear? Is the most dangerous type of fear, right? Yes or no? Yes. So now that is the greatest fear. Now, why I quoted the revision points of two things? In the material plane, if you are not doing a karma, and if you are doing a karma imperfectly, it's a loss. But in spiritual plane, even when you are doing a karma, whether imperfectly or not fully or inattentively, also it's a gain. Do you remember that shloka? Madhura madhura meta mangalam mangalana sakala nigama valli satvalam chitsvarupam sakrudapi parigitam shraddhaya helayava rughuvaranara matram tarayen Krishna nama. Helayava, in the middle you might have heard Helayava, right? You have heard one statement Helayava. Take care, pass on the birthday wishes to them.
Thank you.
Happy Krishna conscious birthday to them.
Thank you.
So
I don't want to go.
no problem. Take it.
I want to be here.
No problem.
Thanks.
So in this particular shloka, there is a term which you have come across, Helayava. What is the meaning of Helayava? Can anyone guess? Madhura madhura, I will repeat. Madhura madhura meta mangalam mangalana sakala nigama valli satvalam chitsvarupam sakrudati parigitam shraddhaya helayava. Shraddhaya helayava. What is the meaning? I am not asking the entire meaning of the shloka, only Shraddhaya helayava. What is the meaning? Shraddhaya helayava.
Being attentive or not attentive?
Shraddhaya means full attention. Helaya means even inattentively also. Even inattentively also, if you are chanting the holy name, you are having a benefit. Even inattentively also, if you are chanting, it's having a benefit. That is the information what in this shloka Krishna is giving. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Our devotees have recently put a stall in our community, right? Himanshu Prabhu and Deepa Mataji, Muralidhar Prabhu was also there. What is it? Jan Mela, whatever. Jan Mela or what? I don't know whether it is Zenith Mela or Gen Z Mela, I am not sure. But whatever. So there was some Mela and put a stall. And they have displayed books, they have displayed cow products, and all these things they have displayed. And just think that there are almost 10 to 15 stalls. 14 stalls are other things, and one stall is this stall. Spiritual stall. And no one is coming to this stall. Everyone is going to those 14 stalls. No one has purchased even a single product, single book or single product. Is there a loss or profit? Loss, right? Loss only, right? That's what. In spiritual angle, even from a material angle, if you are getting not even a 1 penny of amount, it is a success actually. It is a more success actually. Spiritual credits will be added more in the attempt, even if you fail or pass. Right? Amma, Sai, what happened, Manaswini? Okay. Settled? Put the tilak for everyone? Good. Yeah. Okay, so that's what Krishna is trying to say here. So in Karmatanda, even if performed incomplete, that's what we are talking about. Yagna only 50% only will give result and all, that won't suffice. But in spirituality, even if you make an attempt, Even from a material perspective, if it is a loss, it is a 100% benefit in front of Krishna's eyes. Krishna's eyes. Okay? Make a note of that. Okay? So now we'll see the, already we have seen this, false in only karma, when incomplete loss, already we have seen it. So this is 240, purport. Yeah. Let us read the purport. Yeah. Beta, can you read it? It's a good name? Devansh, can you read it? Before reading, no, I think since you came after a gap, you should, all the kids, whenever they are reading anything, right, either translation or purport, you should say, if you are telling a translation by His Divine Grace, Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Purport by His Divine Grace, or purport by Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Śrīla Prabhupāda. Do you know Prabhupada? No, right? Try to check. Who is your best friend here? He is the best friend. So Sai, please tell about Prabhupada, no? To your friend. By next time I will check with him whether Sai mentioned or not. Okay? Tell about Prabhupada. Whatever you know, you tell him. Okay? Śrīla Prabhupada is a great personality or a great acharya in the Guru Shishya Parampara who has given Bhagavadgita as it is. You have seen Prime Minister Modi, right? Narendra Modi sometimes gifting Bhagavad Gita to some other country Prime Minister or President. Have you seen it? No? Check with your parents. They will tell you. You ask them today night. Prabhuji in the evening today told that Narendra Modi is giving Bhagavad Gita to some president or some prime minister of other countries whenever he meets them. Is it right? Is it right? You ask them first question. Second question, if they say yes, he gives. He said, well, who has written that Bhagavad Gita copy? Like that, you ask them. They also might know or not know. But check with them what Bhagavad Gita he is giving. He is giving the Bhagavad Gita as it is written by Śrīla Prabhupāda. Okay? Yeah. Read the purport. जोर से.
Activity in Krishna consciousness or acting for the betterment of Krishna without expectation of sense or gratification in the highest
transcendental.
quality of work, even a small beginning of such activities find no impediment or not
No impediment.
nor can the small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on material place has to be completed. Otherwise the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any work begun with Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect. Even though not finished, the performance of such work is not therefore not a loss even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness gives permanent results. So that the next building is from the point of 2%, whereas in material activity without a 100% success there is
No profit. Yeah.
Other people perform his duty some percentage of Krishna consciousness, but the result he enjoyed at the end was a 100%. By the grace of God, there is nice verse
In the connection in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.17. Okay, so Shloka, let us try to read it together. त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मां चरणाम्बुजं हरेर् भजन्नापक्वोदपते ततो यदि यात्राच्युतमुद्रामभूतमुस्य किं को वर्धाप्तो भजतां स्वधर्मता. If someone gives up his occupational duties and works in Krishna consciousness and then falls down on account of not completing his work, what loss is there on his part, and what can one gain if one perform his material activities perfectly? Or as the Christians say, what profiteth a man if he gain the whole world yet suffer the loss of eternal soul? Material activities and their results end with the body. But work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again in Krishna consciousness even after the loss of the body. At least one is sure to have a chance in the next life of being born again as a human being, either in the family of a great cultured Brahmana or in a rich aristocratic family, that will give one a further chance for elevation. That is the unique quality of work done in Krishna consciousness. Actually, this particular statement and this particular shloka and this particular meaning is the one thing which Śrīla Prabhupāda has derived lot of inspiration from. What is the inspiration? He has taken, and after seeing this shloka, in the parampara there is one guru in the lineage, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So he used to tell, so he used to give commentaries on this particular shloka, and after seeing the commentaries of this shloka, Śrīla Prabhupāda took an inspiration to go alone to US. Can you imagine a old personality around 70 years of age surviving 2 to 3 heart attacks while in the journey and going back to US and preaching Krishna consciousness? Ship journey, in the ship journey. Because this is it is quoted actually. Śrīla Prabhupāda used to take lot of inspiration, especially from this shloka. So, whatever the minimum endeavor you are making towards Krishna, it is not a loss. It is not at all a loss. So that's what Prabhupada says. Now let us see the additional what is this? Okay. Yes, additional examples from Prabhupada. Lord Krishna is convincing Arjuna that he is completely at profit in this business if he follows his duty. Destination is eternal, and even the progression towards the destination is eternal. How the progression is eternal is later explained in detail in Bhagavadgita 6.40 and 6.45. Whether practice Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga, there will be some asset that we will create which will pass on from life to life. What to speak of Bhakti Yoga, which takes one back home, back to Godhead. Did you understand this statement? Everyone? Havish Ardhamainda? Can you read that statement once again? And can you please tell me what exactly it means? Or if you understood little bit also, try to explain. Even little you understood, you try to explain. If you if you didn't understand also, that's fine. You did not understand. Okay, that's good. So here, Prabhupada is trying to say that there will be some asset that we will create which will pass on from life to life. So for example, whatever the actions you are making this life, for example, Devansh, right? Devansh is helping a beggar. Every day, whenever he goes to school, he sees a beggar and gives, say, 10 rupees or 20 rupees or some food he is giving every day. So he is incurring good karma or not? Yes or no? Yes, right? So for that good karma, for whatever the good karma you are doing, either you will try to have that good karma results in this life itself or in the next life. In the next life. Or after you go to the next life, that also is possible. That whatever the karma you did in this life, the result can be done, you can see in the next life also. But the same thing if you are doing bhakti, next life itself is not there. You will be directly going to, where will you be going? If you are doing bhakti yoga, you don't know, you will be going to Vaikuntha Loka, where there is no birth, where there is no death also. Do you want to stay in a place where there is no birth, death, old age, disease? Yes or no? Do you want to stay at a place where there is no death, there is no old age, there is no disease? Yes or no? Do you like or not? Yes? Yes or no? 100%? Pakka? Pakka? Pakka. So you can, if you are doing bhakti, there is no birth itself. But if you are doing any good karma here, there is another life where you will be getting good results. And again in that life you will be doing some other good things. Again to get the results of that good karma, again you have to take another life. Taking life after life, getting good things is better, or going back home, back to Godhead, there is no birth, repeated birth, death, birth is not there, that is good. Which option do you choose? Second. So we should aspire for that particular goal where there is no birth, death, old age and disease. Okay, that's what he is trying to say. Even if you do something, will pass on from life to life. So from this life to that life. But I want to speak of bhakti yoga, which takes back home, back to Godhead. That's what he is stressing, the importance of bhakti, devotion towards God. Okay, next. Once will pillalu, otherwise they can go to the room and play, no? Or will they not be able to manage? They are busy doing painting. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Once anyone experiences a little bit of bliss in bhakti yoga, he will never go back to material enjoyment. Even if there are fall downs for people in bhakti, their fall downs are temporary, as they will not find any taste in materialistic enjoyment and will come back to practice bhakti again. Clear? Everyone clear? Let me know if anyone didn't understand. Once anyone experiences a little bit of bliss in bhakti yoga, he will never go back to material enjoyment. Even if there are fall downs for people in bhakti, their fall downs are temporary, as they will not find any taste in materialistic enjoyment and will come back to practice bhakti again. Okay? Next. Biggest fear is to lose the human form and go into the lower forms of life of animals and birds. Though Manaswini mentioned that biggest fear in this life is what? Death. But adding to that, after death, if you are not getting a birth as a human being, if you are getting birth as a dog or animal, it is more worse, right? What is the guarantee that after death you will be taking birth as again a human being? There is no guarantee, no? There is a chance you can take birth as an animal also. That's what he is stressing. Biggest fear is to lose the human form and go into lower forms of life of animals and birds. Even by practicing a little bit of yoga or spiritual life, we will get the opportunity of getting a human form again, and we will be relieved from the fear of losing the human form of life. Congratulations to everyone. Why I am congratulating? Why I am congratulating everyone? What is it? 100%. Perfect. All the devotees who are sitting here, I am 100% sure, minimum to minimum, we are going to get a human form of life. With no roti, kapda, makan problems in next life, if at all that is. Either you will be born in a Brahmana family or you will be born in an opulent family, no doubt. Okay? Now, we are talking about one-pointed buddhi. Even buddhi yoga also, or of, as we mentioned, there are two types, as we mentioned, bhakti yoga and nishkama karma yoga. Now, this 2.41 we are going to discuss. Now, this 2.41 is also a very famous shloka. Actually, second chapter is the chapter where most number of important shlokas are embedded. I think no other chapter has these many important shlokas. Am I right, Namrata Mataji? Correct. Yeah, let us try to do this together. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekaho kuru nandana bahushaka hi anantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Yeah. Parent name? Ayush. Can you read the translation? Translation by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Go ahead. So, those who are on this path are resolute in purpose and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Gurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. Now, here the Vyavasatmika, in fact, you know what? We will try to read the purport. Okay, purport by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai. Here we are talking about faith. Faith. Now, a strong faith that by Krishna consciousness one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called Vyavasayatmika, intelligence. The Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kahe Surdha Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Kritu Haya. Okay? Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. Now, tell me one thing. There are so many people outside who have followed different faiths. Either it may be Christianity, either it is Islam. When we ask that, do you believe in God? They say they believe in God. Yes or no? Right? They believe in God. But, and even it's not only them, even outside people also, if we go to a road, especially in India, even if you do a survey, you stand in a main road and if you ask each person who is going on the road, if you ask, do you believe in God? They say what? Yes. Yes, they believe in God. But that belief in God, that faith, how strong it is? How strong it is? Can you guess? How strong it is? No? How much faith you have? Maybe 60%. Good, yeah. So, the point what we are trying to convey is, though they have faith, but we always have a doubt that whether they have a rock solid faith that God is there. And if I am worshipping God, He will take care of me 110%. 110%. Okay? So that faith we are talking about. So having faith in Krishna, that's not the faith is being described here. Especially that's not the faith what is being described here. A very high level of faith is described, and faith of pure devotional service to Krishna is mentioned here. So let's read this. Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. When one is, let me go up. Here it is mentioned. So Vyavasayatmika, intelligence. Vyavasayatmika means intelligence. A strong faith that by Krishna consciousness one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called Vyavasayatmika, intelligence. The Chaitanya Charitamrita states that's what is being said here. Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kahe Sudruda Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Kaila Sarva Karma Kritak Haya. Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. That rock solid faith is being talked about here, and that is the intelligence. So, how to develop? How are you going to develop that unflinching faith that God is there and God will take care of me? In fact, it's not only spiritual aspect, even in the middle aspect. I am worshipping God, so He will take care of me not only spiritually but also materially also. Materially means. Materially means? Materially means? Yes, he will be free from diseases, or he will be having lot of money. He will be having our hero car. What is it? Rolls Royce. That's what he was looking at, right? Rolls Royce, right? Okay, yeah, Rolls Royce. All these things are material things. Even materially also, if you are having a devotion and sincerely asking, He is going to take care. But are we having that faith? I am not saying that you should not keep and you should not at all effort. Okay, Krishna, I am not doing any effort from my end. Simply give me Rolls Royce. No, you have to work hard. Right? So that's what the intelligence he is talking about. So that strong determination, if I do Krishna Bhakti, my everything in life will be taken care, and that kind of faith he is talking about. Either my spiritual things or even the material things also. You should have that faith or that devotion towards the God. That's what is the Vyavasayatmika, the intelligence he is talking about. Either by material endeavors or spiritual endeavors, they will attain perfection. That kind of a faith is called Vyavasayatmika here in this Shloka. So, so again, there are a lot of examples given here. Cause of such faith. Why we need to? What is the cause of such faith? The resolute purpose of a person in Krishna consciousness is based on the knowledge. Vasudeva Sarvam iti Samahatma Sudurlabha. A person in Krishna consciousness is the rare good soul who knows perfectly that Vasudeva or Krishna is the root of all manifested causes. As by watering the root of a tree, one automatically distributes water to the leaves and branches, so by acting in Krishna consciousness, one can render the highest service to everyone, namely self, family, society, country, humanity, etc. If Krishna is satisfied by one's action, then everyone will be satisfied. That's what he's talking about. And this having this general faith, I believe in God, is a samanya shraddha. But having a rock solid faith, that is the intelligence. That kind of intelligence we should develop. That's what Krishna is stressing. So even there is the highest, one more thing is there. In Nectar of Devotion, there is one scripture. Nectar of Devotion, it is mentioned that highest level of Shraddha is spoken about there. And now a question for everyone. Question for everyone. Okay, what is the question? What is the nishtha for a general devotee? Nishtha. Now coming to nishtha, now for the senior devotees in the satsang, what are the 9 kinds of devotional stages? Those are Prabhu. Those are the way to come near to Krishna. But there is 9 levels of stages for being in Krishna prema. To reach the ultimate prema is the ultimate stage. But before prema, bhava comes. Bhava comes. Last but one is bhava. Last is prema. Last but one is bhava. And first is nishtha, shraddha. So like that there are. Can you name what are those 9 stages? Anyone? It is mentioned in NOD, Nectar of Devotion. First one is Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha. Next, Anartha Nivritti. Next, Anartha Nivritti. Next, Bhajana Kriya, Nishtha, Ruchi, Bhava, Prema. These are all the 9 stages, step by step. It is something like to finish a IIT, what you have counted? You want to count? Only 8 have come. Only 8 have come. Now make a note. Number 1. Are you ready? Come on. Shraddha. Ready? Shraddha. Next is Sadhu Sangha. Bhajana Kriya. Next is Anartha Nivritti. Nishtha. Ruchi. Asakti. Bhava. Prema. Asakti I mentioned. Previously missed. Good, Repeat. Slowly. Number 1. Shraddha. Sadhu Sangha. Bhajana Kriya. Anartha Nivritti. Nishtha. Ruchi. Asakti. Bhava. Prema. These are the stages. It's something like for finishing your 10th class. How many classes you need to finish? 9 classes, right? First class, second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class, sixth class, seventh class, 8th class, 9th class, then 10th class. Right? So similarly, to reach the ultimate love of Krishna, you need to cross these stages. Okay? Now, the question what I asked was, what is nishtha for a general devotee? The question what I asked was, what is nishtha for a general devotee? So the answer for this is, Shraddha comes under, if the general devotee feels that nishtha, he is in the nishtha stage, the advanced devotee thinks that he is in Shraddha stage only. You need to understand, right? You need to understand. For example, if a general devotee on the road who believes that I believe in God, if he says that, if he asks that in what stage are you in, then he might say I am in Nishtha stage. Nishtha stage. But Nishtha stage in our hierarchy is around 6th or 7th. 6th or 7th. But for if the devotee says that he is in Nishtha stage, then a pure devotee says that I am in Shraddha stage only. That is the first stage. That is the difference between a devotee and non-devotee. Still didn't understand or didn't understood? Understood. So that's what we need to understand, that there is a difference between a devotion. What is the nishtha for a general devotee might be just a shraddha for a pure devotee. That's a first level of devotion. Okay. Shraddha and nishtha. Shraddha is the stage, Mataji, where you are trying to be attentive. In the initial, Shraddha is the first stage. First stage where you are trying to be attentive. That there will be fall downs. Where you are trying to be attentive, there will be fall downs. That is the very first stage of the bhakti. That is the first class. But nishtha is around 6th or 7th class. Where nishtha is already you are determined that yes, Krishna is the only way. And I am focused on it, and there is no other one apart from him. That is the nishtha stage. Ekagrata. Yeah. Ekagrata. In Telugu, Ekagrata. So again, bhava means feeling, and Krishna means prema stage, the ultimate stage, where they are with Krishna. Mother. Literally, the body is here; they are with Krishna. It is very rare to find that kind of devotees, but there are. Fortunately, in this world, still there are that kind of devotees. Another nivritti. Anyone wanted to say?
Whatever we need some mistakes, right? We realize ourselves and not to repeat the same.
Yes. For example, recently one Mataji asked me that Prabhuji, the devotee behaved with you like that, so I didn't like it. How to take this? That's what she asked. Then I mentioned, Mataji, first of all, I never felt that. It is again a Krishna's arrangement that Krishna has inspired her to do like this, and it is my choice whether I to take positive or negative. Now it's my choice that Krishna is trying to sometimes he tries to test us with whether we are having a pride or not. Sometimes Krishna, usually, especially devotees, he specifically tests. Because for other non-devotees, Krishna not tests. Who tests non-devotees? Maya Devi, Durga Mai. She will test. For devotees, Krishna tests. So I given Simona. First of all, Mataji, I never felt that she behaved with me like this. Again, I took in a way that Krishna has arranged it, and he is testing me whether I have a pride or not. By behaving like that, if I had I retaliated to the thing what she has done, had I retaliated, it would have meant that I am in pride. I am proud of something what I am doing. But Krishna has arranged that thing means he is testing me. Now, had I been in her position, and if I am doing the same act, no, I will not do. So, the bottom line of why I am giving this example, Mataji, Prabhuji, is externally we might be having lot of anarthas. When you come to devotion, even when you come to devotion, there are some anarthas, by the way. Even when you come to devotion, there are some anarthas, minute anarthas, which Krishna grills, mixi mein jar laga ke, हाथ डाल के बुड़दा निकाल के somehow he will try to take those anarthas. Very minute, Prabhuji Samaji, very minute. They will be like us only. When we see them now, a very nice smiling devotee, very happy devotee. Whenever the service is given, that service is taken care. She will, without asking any questions, he will take care of this thing. But once he goes to home, he scolds his wife. He is a second initiated devotee, Brahman initiated devotee. He beats his wife. Can you believe it? That's what we should not be dual. And now Krishna has his own arrangement. He might be having his own reasons. We are not to decide. We are not in an elevated stage of Brahman initiation devotee where he can judge on some devotee, right? But he might be having his own valid reasons also, we don't know. But it is between Krishna and the devotee. Why are you bothered? So the thing is, even in devotion, first of all, try to understand that when we are in this material world, everyone is our special pieces, you know that, right? We are in this material world means Antha Satyugam, Dwaparayugam, Tretayugam, everything we have. Anni akkada Krishnuda acha, Devuda acha ani vachinolla manaki. Rejected God outright and came now here. So we are special pieces, by the way. Now lucky that in this Kali Yuga we are discussing about God. We are discussing about God. That's good in a way, but even in the devotion there might be some things. See, for example, Ramesh Prabhu is there. Sometimes when a service is taken up, right? For example, say Sri Sailam or whatever Ahobilam, Ramesh Prabhu was coordinating. There might be instances where we might have said Ramesh Prabhu that why single bus Prabhu will go independently. There is a possibility he might have felt it. His intent might be right, that everyone will go together and will have a good journey. His intent might be right. But our intent, was it wrong? If we individually go, we might go fast. That might be our intention. But there is a possibility that thinking, there is a possibility. It's not that that has happened. But the thing is, there is a possibility of some negative thinking propping up. There is a possibility. It might not have happened, but there is a possibility. He might thought, ఏంట్రాబోయినా ఇంత కష్టపడి వాళ్ళందరూ మంచి కోసం ఆలోచిస్తుంటే ఏందినా బయట చెప్పుకోవచ్చు ప్రభుజీ అనొచ్చు అంటే వీ డోంట్ నో. ఆయన ఈవెన్ కూడా అరే నేను డిసైడ్ చేశాక ఆయన ఏంటి అలా మాట్లాడతాడు అని నేను అనుకోవచ్చు. సటల్గా ఉంటాయండి. దీస్ ఆర్ వెరీ సటల్. ఈవెన్ when you come to devotion, right, there will be very subtle anarthas. And you know better. You and Krishna knows better what are the subtle things available. Seriously. Probably Guru also would be knowing whom you are, who under whom you are there. He might be knowing and Krishna might be knowing what are the subtle anarthas. And how to deal with them, Guru knows. My Guru, Shiksha Guru, Liran Prabhu. In my entire schooling, Kendriya Vidyalaya, I was Kendriya Vidyalaya student, I never had a Telugu subject. But first exercise what he has given me is take SSR in Telugu. Can I question him? Sir, Prabhuji, what is this? I am the English medium, I am not a Telugu medium. Why are you giving me Telugu? Anta muskoni, Prabhuji me cheptaru, I will do it. That's it. That's why when you are with a Guru, you should complete it. What are the another? Please discuss with your Guru. If anything is there, discuss with Guru. And devotees whom you are close with. I don't say that you should broadcast, I am having this negative, that negative. But whomever you trust in your circles, you should share. Okay, I don't know. Maybe this discussion has taken to different direction. Another Nivritti, what it will do. So you have to realize, and if you will be in a situation to correct it. You know that it is wrong. Even I also have. There is something wrong which I am working on. That is another Nivritti. In brief. I know I told in brief, but it has taken long this thing. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Additional examples from Parampara. Intent shapes intelligence. Our strength is our clarity in goal and our enthusiasm to achieve it. Our whole consciousness follows our intention. If our intention is to obtain eternal gain, then our intelligence will stay fixed. But if our intention is to find our gain in temporary desires, then our intelligence is also flickering. There cannot be any satisfaction. Very important. First of all, is our intention to obtain eternal gain, by the way? Please wholeheartedly lift your hand. Is our intention is to attain eternal gain? Number one. Did you understand the question? Telugu lo cheppantara, Hindi mein batana hai? I will repeat. Are you sure about your intention is there to attain eternal gain? 100% no one lifted actually. No. Even if you are not lifting, that's okay. I am not forcing you to lift, okay? I am not forcing you to lift. But the point is, are we sure about having this intention of attaining eternal gain? That is the point. బల్ల బుద్ధి ఆలోచించి చెప్పండి. Are we really having that 100% into zeal, goal to attain eternal gain. Okay, who doesn't want to attain eternal goal? Lift your hands. There is seriously some problem. Either the devotees didn't understand or they wanted to be neutral. Please, this is a very important question, Prabhuji and Matajis, for all our lives actually. It's a very important question. Are we really serious about thinking of attaining eternal goal? How many lifted? Can you lift again, please? So these kids have not lifted. So they wanted to enjoy material world still. No problem. Enjoy. after some meetings you will understand. Did you understand the question first of all? Huh? Eternal అంటే ఏంటా? ఓకే అదా అంటే చెప్పొచ్చు కదా. ఎటర్నల్ అంటే తెలుగులో వాట్ ఇస్ ద మీనింగ్ కరెక్ట్ వర్డ్ టు ఎటర్నల్? శాశ్వత. శాశ్వతం అంటే తెలుసుగా? శాశ్వతం అంటే ఫర్ ఎవర్ అంటే తెలుసు కదా? పర్మనెంట్. Do you like to have a permanent happiness, eternal permanent happiness or not? Do you want to have permanent happiness or not? Why? Why you don't want to have a permanent happiness? Why you don't need that much happiness? Why you don't need that much happiness? Huh? What I have? Happiness you need it, but if the happiness comes to you, don't you want it? Want it, right? Anyway, so maybe he will. No, that's okay. Material world will teach you. Okay, yeah. So next. What did you say? You want to enjoy your life till you die. That's what you say. You want to enjoy your life. In what way you want to enjoy your life? How do you want to enjoy your life? Happily. Okay. We'll go on. Anyway. So next question. I think already we discussed. Intelligence is needed to become determined, and determination is also helps in being intelligence. Relationship is true in both ways. However, by gaining our spiritual knowledge, we will get intelligence to differentiate between spirit and body. Then with such intelligence, our determination becomes stronger, and then intelligence also is fully employed to achieve the highest. Yeah. Test of our progress is made by different situations in life. Only by staying irresolute in our spiritual consciousness can be overcome such events and stay fixed on our path. So test will happen, Prabhujis and Matajis, once you are trying to be serious in spiritual life. Once you are trying to be serious in spiritual life, Krishna actually give tests 100% actually. Whether you believe it or not, మీరు రాసి పెట్టుకోండి కావాలంటే. If you are trying to be serious in spiritual life, Krishna tests periodically. మనకి స్కూల్లో ఎలా అయితే మిడ్ టర్మ్ టెస్ట్, ఇంటర్నల్ టెస్ట్, హాఫ్ ఇయర్లీ టెస్ట్, క్వార్టర్లీ టెస్ట్ ఉంటాయో, లైక్ దట్ ఈవెన్ ఇన్ డివోషన్ ఆల్సో Krishna keeps test. In the initial days of my KC, in the initial days of my Krishna consciousness, 2 years, first 1 year chanting was done. After 2 years of my KC, I was going in a lift. I don't know whether I shared this or not. I was going in a lift along with around 5 to 6 people were there in the lift, and one old age person was there, and he was murmuring loudly. Of course, murmuring is slowly, but it loudly. He said that why workers are coming in this lift? They should take the workers lift, right? Why are you coming like this? Like that he told. So I thought he was telling other people in the lift. So one floor came, all the people got out, and only myself and him were there. And he said that నీకు విడిగా చెప్పాలా? Like that he told. Then ఏ ఫ్లాట్ అండి? నేను ఇక్కడ ఓనర్ని. వాట్ ఆర్ యూ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్? టెల్ మీ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఫ్లాట్ నెంబర్? Why are you discussing like that? And loudly I shouted at him. అంటే మన ఇగో కదా, అంతకాలం అసలు రజోగుణంలో ఉండి అసలు ఒక్క మాట అంటే మనకు వన్ ట్రిగ్గర్ ఇస్ ఎనఫ్. పాపం ఆయన ముసలాయన ఏదో అనుకొని చెప్పాడు, కానీ అంత రియాక్ట్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా. దర్ ఇస్ నో నీడ్ ఫర్ దట్ మచ్ రియాక్షన్. ఐ కుడ్ హావ్ సింప్లీ టోల్డ్ దట్ సారీ ప్రభు, నేను యాక్చువల్లీ ఇక్కడ ఓనర్నే, సో ఐ షుడ్ కమ్. బట్ ద ఇనిషియల్ డేస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కేసీ I faced this, and once I retrospect or introspect, whatever it is, I feel that I did a mistake. So like that, Krishna puts test whether you are there or not. Seriously, Prabhuji and Mataji, if you are serious in your this thing, please be ready for the test. Be ready for the test. 2.42 to 43. Let us try to read this together. Yeah, anyone wants to read? Okay, let us try to do this together. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avitascha cha vedavada partha nanyadasti virajina कामात्माना स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फला प्रदान क्रिया विशेषा बहुलाम भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति. Translation by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. So that's what is being told. So
flowery words means catchy words.
Flowery words means not catchy, flashy words, Prabhu. Flowery words means no, not that, Prabhu. Flowery words means there are so many provisions in Vedas where you can attain material opulence. I think there is Ramasrashtam going on there. Is someone playing there? Oh, fan. Okay. Okay. Yes, Prabhu? Okay. So here flowery words, the question for flowery words is probably what they are meaning is, men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, because there are so many. In fact, majority of them believe in karma kandi types of facilities in Vedas. For example, I worship this devata, I'll get a very good husband. Lord Shiva, right? If I worship Lord Shiva, I'll get a good husband. And if I worship Lakshmi Devi, I'll get good money. And if I worship Saraswati Devi, I'll get good education. If I worship Hayagriva Dev, then I'll get good health. There are some facilities in Vedas where they provide this kind of things. That he is referring as flowery words of the Vedas, which recommends various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth. Family, this thing, like opulent family, I want to take birth, or I want to take in a Brahmana family, like that. Okay, so that's what he is being referring here. Okay, purport by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. People in general are not very intelligent, and due to their ignorance, they are most attached to the fruitive activities recommended in the Karma Kanda portions of the Vedas. They don't want anything more than sense gratificatory proposals for enjoying life in heaven, where wine and women are available and material opulence is very common. In the Vedas, many sacrifices are recommended for elevation to the heavenly planets, especially by Jyotishtama sacrifices. In fact, it is stated that anyone desiring elevation of heavenly planets must perform these sacrifices, and men with poor fund of knowledge think that this is the whole purpose of the Vedic wisdom. It is very difficult for such inexperienced persons to be situated in the determined action of Krishna consciousness, as fools are attached to the flowers of poisonous trees without knowing the results of such attractions. unenlightened men are similarly attracted by such heavenly opulence and the sense enjoyment thereof. In the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, it is said, Apana Somam, Amrita, Abhima, and Akshamhi Vai Chaturmasya Yagna Sukritam Bhavati. In other words, those who perform the 4-month penance become eligible to drink the Somarasa beverages to become immortal and happy forever. Even on this earth, some are very eager to have Somarasa to become strong and fit to enjoy sense gratification. Such persons have no faith in liberation from material bondage, and they are very much attached to the pompous ceremonies of Vedic sacrifices. They are generally sensual and they don't want anything other than heavenly pleasures of life. It is understood that there are gardens called Nandana Kanana, in which there is good opportunity for associating with angelic beautiful women and having a profuse supply of Somarasa wine. Such bodily happiness is certainly sensual. Therefore, there are those who are purely attached to such material temporary happiness as lords of the material world. Choice remains ours, but inclination to self-realization is needed for anyone to see the truth. If one does not even have an intention towards spirituality, then even though they might make some futile endeavors, still they will not make any progress. Understood, Prabhu? Any questions on this? Mataji, మన చాతుర్మాస్ చేస్తాం కదా. Yes. That's right. Mataji, there are so many people outside who follow Chaturmas for material opulence also. It's not only to devotion to Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead. They wanted to have higher birth in heavenly planets and enjoy with other opposite gender, and they have such inclination. So they do vrata also. And even in our lives also, you might have seen Prabhuji and Mataji where they do vrat for getting money. And there are a couple of decades back, there was some Narabali happened for some gaining in Hyderabad outskirts also. I don't know whether still happening actually. Yeah, because me being in police department, my dad, so I hear these things more actually. So a lot of things happen for material this thing only, but there's a poor fund of knowledge.
Basically, whatever the consciousness we are doing,
What problem?
it all depends on whatever the consciousness we are having when we are puja, right?
Yes. That is the consciousness they have problem. When they do the puja, Manchamudu Ravali, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yes. No, it's not funny thing actually. Seriously, they actually literally pray. The thing is, material opulence. Basically, it might be in the form of a partner, it might be form of a money, it might be form of a building, it might be form of anything. Na pillalu baga settle avali, migitha వాళ్ళ కంటే నా పిల్లలే బాగుండాలి. There are some families who I was strange. The thing is, they wanted their kids only to highest. Others should not be. So, and it's not only others. If you see closely, if you monitor your own family, near మీ రెస్పెక్టివ్ తండ్రి ఫ్యామిలీ ట్రీలో, మీ తల్లి ఫ్యామిలీ ట్రీలో మీరు మొత్తం ఎత్తుకుంటే ఇలాంటి వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు. If you notice closely, there will be. And I'm sure by seeing your faces, I'm getting that feeling that you are having. Okay. Yeah. So 2.44. This is also one of the important shlokas again. Yeah. Okay. Let us do this together. Bhogaishwarya prashaktanam tayapahrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhav navidiyate. Translation by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Chance లేదు. Kashtam Mataji. Very, very, very difficult. Tell me, every day 1 lakh, every day you are getting, for example, you are getting all the material. Why God is required? There is every possibility of that thought coming up. Every day 1 lakh I am getting.
Getting is different, bro. Getting and spending.
Getting and spending for their enjoy. Of course, getting, spending. I'm talking about the getting and spending in material this thing only. Enjoy 5-star. My kid was saying 2 days back, Daddy, మనం ఇలా డబ్బుల గురించి ఎప్పుడు ఇలా స్ట్రగుల్ అవ్వకూడదు డాడీ. I will earn a lot. Whenever we go out, we stay 5-star only. 5-star only. Haribol. 5-star అంటే I was telling her, more than staying in 5-star, I love to be in this financial crunch. I love to be in financial crunch, but you should be personally, you should have a healthy life. That's why we are ready to bear, we are trying for jobs, I will get a job, new job, that's okay, different thing, don't worry about that part. Our priority is only your personal life. Getting money, you will stay in, మనం ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా ఖర్చు పెట్టాము, వెనకాడకూడదు డాడీ. But the kids know, they will, their thinking is like that only. So
Today's line is whenever you go to mall and never think of money to buy anything. Buy like anything.
టిప్ ఇలా ఇచ్చేది టిప్ ఒక 10,000 1,000 టిప్ ఇచ్చారు వాళ్ళ తీసుకోవరా, ఎంజాయ్ చేసుకో. వాడు బ్రహ్మానందం కూడా పావులా ఇచ్చి పండుగ చేసుకున్నట్టు. సో లైక్ దిస్. So it's very difficult to realize. The point here, what Śrīla Prabhupāda or Krishna is trying to mention here is, in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to that Supreme Lord does not take place. And of course, there again exceptions are there. Now, being in devotional service, who are very materially very opulent, there are very rare number of devotees who also are in bhakti, pure devotional service. Fourth Sadhineta. What's his name? Ambarish Prabhu. Alfred Ford. He is a devotee, he is a Krishna conscious devotee, he is an initiated devotee. He is the in charge for building temple of Vedic planetarium in Mayapur. He is Kotladikar, Karotpati. He wanted to build the temple alone. If he wants, he can build alone, actually. But Śrīla Prabhupāda insisted that it should be built from the donations of all the devotees, not from a single person. Okay? So now tell me one thing. What are the hindrances to pure devotional service? What are the hindrances to pure devotional service? Hindrances. Blocks. What are the blockings for pure devotional service? Or which things are stopping you to do pure devotional service? Yes. Actually, let me before we go there, now here it is mentioned that Bhoga and Aishwarya are the enjoyment and opulences. Bhoga and Aishwarya means enjoyment and opulence. Now the class discussion. Now question is, what is wrong with living life king size and enjoying it in one's fullest capacity while doing so in a lawful manner? I repeat, what is wrong in living life king size and enjoying it to one's fullest capacity while doing in the lawful manner? నేను న్యాయబద్ధంగా చట్టబద్ధంగా నేను విచ్చలవిడిగా ఎంజాయ్ చేసుకుంటున్నా, తప్పేంటి? ఉన్నాయి, పైన కోట్లు ఉన్నాయి, గవర్నమెంట్ పబ్బులు పెట్టింది, పబ్బులకి వెళ్తున్నాము, గవర్నమెంట్ సిగరెట్లు ఇచ్చింది, తాగమనే కదా. What is wrong in smoking? Government is giving everything. What is wrong in doing? I am doing it lawfully. Is there anything wrong? పక్క వాళ్ళు డిస్టర్బ్ కాకుండా సిగరెట్లు తీసుకొచ్చుకొని బ్రింగింగ్ ద సిగరెట్స్ అండ్ కమింగ్ టు హోమ్ అండ్ డూయింగ్ కాచింగ్. Is it right? You understood the question, right? This is the discussion. Now please tell me the answers. What is wrong with living life king size? Telugulo. కింగులాగా బతకడంలో తప్పేంటి, ఎంజాయ్ చేయడంలో తప్పేంటి, న్యాయబద్ధంగా చట్టబద్ధంగా? కమాన్ టెల్ మీ ద ఆన్సర్స్. ధర్మబద్ధంగా, చట్టబద్ధంగా, న్యాయబద్ధంగా, క్రమబద్ధంగా, కార్మికబద్ధంగా, వాట్ ఎవర్ అన్ని బద్ద. ఇప్పుడు ఇతరులకు హామ్ కలిగించదు, నేను స్మోకింగ్ చేస్తా, ఇతరులకు హామ్ కలిగించట్లేదుగా, తనకి తనే నష్టపోతున్నాడు. భక్తి కూడా చేస్తే హామే కదా, ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్ 3:30 లేయాలి, ఎంత ఇబ్బంది. ఎస్ మరి కూర్చోండి, ప్లీజ్ కూర్చోండి. వేస్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఎస్ 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 రైట్ ఆన్సర్. ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్? Come on, what's wrong in living life king size in a lawful manner?
Law అనేది place to place మారుతుంది. ఒక కంట్రీలో ఉన్నదా ఇంకో కంట్రీలో డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ సో మనం ఆ లా ఈజ్ డిఫరెంట్ బై హూమ్ అనేది కూడా ఆలోచించాలి.
గవర్నమెంట్ గా డిఫైన్ చేసింది. లెట్ us discuss about Hyderabad only. Government only doing. So let us not go to the world where the dynamics might change. But let us take the example of Hyderabad only. Now apply this question to yourself. Now I am asking Ramesh Prabhu, what is wrong in living king size in Hyderabad lawfully? Nothing wrong. Okay. Okay. There is actually important point. Mataji, Pavani Mataji has already mentioned, but there is another important point also. I am just looking for that point.
More comfort you have, you are going more away from
Krishna. That's right. Right. I don't know. The thing is, your answers are not wrong. All are right only. Nothing wrong. But I just wanted to hear more responses. I am looking for one more important item. అంటే పరమాత్మ సిట్టింగ్, పరమాత్మ అందరిలో ఉంటాడు. ఉంటే ఏంటి పరమాత్మ, నేను లాఫుల్గా చేస్తున్నాను, అందులో డబ్బు ఉంది, నేను న్యాయబద్ధంగా, చట్టబద్ధంగా, కర్మబద్ధంగా వాటెవర్ చేస్తున్నాను, తప్పేంటి? Right, mother, right.
But he is not aware of law of karma. He is not having that intelligence that some other laws are there. When right or wrong, law is a law. But he don't know that law of God. I mean, law of that intelligence is not having.
Right, mother. Yes, he is aware only about the laws made by the human or the human government what we have, but he is not aware of the laws which were made by God, Krishna. That's right. Yeah, mother, మీరు చెప్తున్నారు. అనురాధ mother. Intoxication, illicit. Okay. Right. In fact, more importantly, you are wasting your time. Of course, in your answers, that is there embedded, but I was looking this particular point specifically. Endukante you are wasting your time. At least 2 or 3 decades back, there was at least some kind of a sequence that a person who has taken birth used to leave his body after 70 or 80 years. But now is the trend where they are leaving bodies at the age of 20, 21, 25. Have you heard about any heart attack at the age of 20, 21? They are getting now. Right? Even lesser age also. So no guarantee actually. No guarantee. Yes or no? So that's the point. The stress. The point to be stressed here is that we don't have time. Though you do enjoyment materially, there is no time. If you are not wrong in living king size, there is no time.
Time for what?
Prabhuji, if you are not serious, you can enjoy it. But if you are not, that person should not be spiritually serious. That person should not be spiritually serious. నేను స్పిరిచువాలిటీ నమ్మను దేవుడా, I don't care. Go to Śrīla Prabhupāda once, what happened was when he was giving a class, one person, Prabhupada, I want to become a pig in next life అన్నాడు. అంటే you have my blessings అన్నాడు Śrīla Prabhupāda. You have my blessings. ఇప్పుడు నేను నష్టపోతానన్నాడు, మనం ఏం కాపాడితే ఏం లాభం చెప్పండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, if someone is really wanted to go to hell, who can stop? తెలియదు అంతే, మానవ జన్మ ఏదో తెలియదు. గొప్ప తెలియకనే ఇవన్నీ. Okay, yeah. So that's the point. So what is wrong with living life king size and enjoying it to one's fullest capacity while doing so in the lawful manner? All the points what you mentioned is right. Apart from that, this point specifically what I wanted to stress was the time is not there. It is not the time where we are 22 to 3 decades back when I was in my village, 2 to 3 decades back when I was a kid. Always the people who used to die in village, they used to die after certain age, say 80, 90. After that age they used to die. Younger ones, they never used to die. But now we are in a situation in this Kali Yuga where death at any time it can come. Anytime, unfortunately. My wife Felix Greens just 1 week back in Pebble City, from 20th floor, 10th class kid died. Huh? No, he committed. He is filthy rich. God knows what are the reasons. Shanti is working in that school only, so all teachers went to their home and we don't know how the things are panning out. Okay? So that's the point we are trying to say. So therefore, not too attached for enjoyment and opulence, and have a required, even the endeavor what you make should be to an extent. Over endeavoring is also not good. Again, it is a little bit controversial statement what I am making. Over endeavor is not good. Over endeavor is not good. Endeavor అంటే ప్రయత్నించడం అమ్మా, ప్రయత్నించడం దేని గురించైనా ప్రయత్నించడం. So over endeavoring is also not good. So whatever the endeavor you make, and if you get the necessary result, be content with the result whatever you got. Too much endeavor, if you are making, you might get a result, but you will be getting associated problems also like that. Vishweshwar Prabhu, please correct me if I am wrong. There was one Maharaj, in Bhagavatam it is mentioned, Bhagavatam or some story it is mentioned, please tell me the name of the king. King was having multiple queens. He didn't have any child. He didn't have child for lot many years, and finally he did lot of yajnas and all, and Chitraketu Maharaj, yes, Chitraketu Maharaj, it was not there in this thing, but he over endeavored and he got a kid finally. But after he got a kid, and with the jealousy of other queens, he was poisoned.
Narada says you will get only ఆనందాన్ని ఇచ్చేటువంటి మరణాన్ని పొందేటువంటి ఆనందం ఇస్తాడండి. అంటే you both సుఖాన్ని దుఃఖాన్ని కూడా ఇస్తాడు. అంటే సుఖం ఇస్తాడు, బతుకుతాడు. అంటే తర్వాత దుఃఖాన్ని ఇస్తాడు, చనిపోతాడు. వాడు మిగతా భార్యలందరూ కలిసి చంపుతారు.
The thing is, and probably don't think that this particular example is only relevant in Bhagavatam or Puranas. I have seen in my own near circles where one person, in an attempt to get a boy, he got three girls, and fourth also girl, but he died immediately after the birth. Fifth boy has come. Now the first girl is having a problem for marrying her. It was a big problem, lot of issues, and finally got married. Now remaining two also are having trouble creators, and this boy, I don't know where it will be, but things are not all good. First, actually, little bit personal, but the thing is, we told one or two are enough. When he asked us, we told that 1 or 2 kids are enough. But boy, because in that society, having a boy is
Pride in 1980s.
pride in 1980s, 90s lo, abba leader.
And not satisfied with one also.
Yeah.
Having
You don't have boy? See, you should not be in our circle. Like that was the society. I don't know. At least I am coming from that kind of society, to be frank with you. Have you seen this? And especially in Andhra states, Andhra, Telangana, it is more. So, so the thing is that too much endeavoring is also not good. So the point what we are trying to make is, even Śrīla Rupa Goswami says there is one important shloka in I think Nectar of Devotion or this thing. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpa niyamagraha janasangascha lolyamcha sadbhir bhaktir vinashyati. Yeah, sadbhir bhakti vinashyati. There are 6 things which are blocks for bhakti, which stops us in bhakti. 6 things. What are those 6 things? One is atyaharaha. Atyaharaha means overeating or over greedy. Not only eating, greedy on anything. Atyahara is one block. Next is prayasascha. This is the point what I am trying to make. Prayasascha means over endeavoring. Endeavoring on anything is good, but over endeavoring is not good. Prayasascha. Now you can ask a question. Prabhuji, naakena telustundi Prabhu? ఇది నేను ఎక్కువ ప్రయత్నం చేయాలా, తక్కువ ప్రయత్నం చేయాలా, నాకైనా తెలుస్తుంది ప్రభు. Do you know the answer for this? Now if anyone questions that, probably you made a wonderful statement. What is that? Yes, we should not do over endeavor for anything. But how I will know that I am not doing over endeavor? I want to know right this right now.
For example, food తింటుంటాము.
అంతే అదే సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మాతాజీ, సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. బట్ is this a valid question? How I will know that whether I am making an over endeavor or not? ఆచార్య చెప్పారు దానికి కూడా సమాధానం. దానికి ప్లీజ్ బీ అటెంటివ్. How will you know that it is over endeavoring or not?
Although you are not capable, you are still trying.
The thing is, nothing wrong in trying. But whatever the trial, please listen carefully. It might be applicable for you and your kids also in future. Whatever they are endeavoring, they should give their best in at least 3 attempts. Only 3 attempts. Give your best. Now in the 4th attempt when you are doing, you should, if you are not getting it, you should not regret that I have not given 100% in my 3 attempts. First thing is, you should, whatever you do, you should give your 100% in that. 100%. Next, 4th attempt when you make a 4th attempt, you should not have a regret. Paschatapam, we should not have that in the first 3 attempts I have not given my 100%. Then that is over endeavor. Am I clear? That is the answer for that question, that how I would be knowing whether I am over endeavoring or not. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ పశ్చాత్తాప పడకూడదు మాతాజీ. ఇప్పుడు ఏదైనా ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సుఖదా ఈజ్ లెర్నింగ్ బ్రేక్ డాన్స్. ఓకే, షీ ఈజ్ లెర్నింగ్ బ్రేక్ డాన్స్. Now she is learning break dance and there are competitions going on. Now in this break dance competition, she has to give her best. For that giving best, she should give 100% effort. In that effort, we should, adi manaku telustundi kada, we will be knowing it that whether we are giving 100% or not. Yes or no? In whatever we are giving, we will be knowing, because no one knows whether either you will be knowing or you and Krishna only will be knowing whether you are giving 100% or not. Because most of the times in the majority in the society, what happens is, whatever the work they do, most of them they do 100%. They don't give their 100% actually. Majority of them in the society, they don't give their 100%. At least what are the minimum life I had or in KC I had, that is what my observation is. In the society, majority of them, they never give 100%. But if you are giving your 100% 3 times and still not getting it, better to stop it and try to go for a new venture or new other things. That's the point what Acharya has mentioned. Am I clear? Okay, so this Bhoga Ishwarya done. So purport by His Divine Grace, Śrīla Prabhupāda ki. What Mataji? Adana. They specific. If you tell me the specific example, I can tell.
No, you said like 3 attempts.
Yes. Now for that also, Mataji, for that also, you would be knowing better in which area you are in. For example, Mataji, probably since you brought this topic, I will tell you. I am a mathematics topper, and I will tell you proudly wherever I go. As 10th class school first, intermediate college first, B.Tech mathematics topu. That's what I used to quote. And what an irony, in my family, both my kids, none of them are engineers. Paramasundalem kaadu, nene panditudi kaadu, vaadu Paramasundalem kaadu. But the point what I am trying to make is, now Bhavika, my elder one is there. Initially she chose psychology. When she joined Gita, she chose psychology. But we were insisting her, psychology is not your cup of tea. So you better go to mass communication journalism, which is your area. There are so many instances we have observed in the community. Within our community, she was a girl who, Malala, you know Malala, right? Malala, Nobel Prize winner Malala. On the Malala's birthday, all the community girls she brought together when she was 3rd or 4th class. She brought all the girls in the community together, put a this mask kind of a thing, and she celebrated Malala birthday in community. Almost 20 to 25 girls came, and she was driving them, she was telling them, she was anchoring, she was doing. We have seen such instances a lot of times, and we told her that you are not perfect fit for psychology, please try to take mass communication journalism. Then after few months of spending psychology in 2 to 3 months, she realized, Daddy, you are only right, Daddy. Then she shifted. After joining in psychology in the first year there is a possibility of shifting branches. So after 2 months or 3 months, she shifted to mass communication journalism. So now she is actually loving it. Now for your question, Mataji, adaipoyindi 2 రోజులు కూడా సంగనానికి పోతే అలాగా అనొచ్చు, కానీ అది మీకే తెలుస్తుంది. అరే ఏ ఏరియాలోకి వెళ్తే అంటే the thing is in which area he or she is good at అనేది you will be knowing it better. ఉంటుంది మాది. ఇప్పుడు మావాడు ఉన్నాడు, మావాడు కూడా మేము ఎంపీసీ, వాడు కూడా సేమ్ ఇంటర్మీడియట్లో. The thing is, my purpose for joining him in MPC was to inculcate the hard working nature to my Dhruv. Basically, he is a very intelligent kid, but he doesn't want to spend more time in studies. పైగా చదివేస్తా బిజినెస్ చేయాలి. ఫ్రమ్ 9th class itself బిజినెస్. కృష్ణుడు కూడా మాకు ఎలా ఫిట్టింగ్ పెట్టాడంటే, ఇన్ మై 7 పుష్టిగా దిస్ సైడ్, 7 పుష్టిగా దట్ సైడ్, నో వన్ బిజినెస్. But my younger one from 9th class itself, he was, I wanted to do business, I want to stop education, I will do business from 9th class. But it is very tough for us to convince. First basic education and foundation is needed for doing business. So first you finish this. Somehow we convinced 10th class over. Now intermediate, we joined him in MPC in our Sri Ram Smart Minds or Devotees college only. But the purpose for us was not to get into engineering, but to see how kids are doing hard work there, to inculcate that hard working nature. Continuously 2 hours he is sitting for studies means is a great thing for us actually. 2 hours. Only 2 hours if he is sitting for studies means great, we have to celebrate in our house. So, and then since 9th class itself he was saying, no, I am not MPC, I will do MEC only. After joining 11th class there in MPC, after 3 months we shifted to MEC. Because he was blackmailing us, saying that నా జీవితాన్ని రేపు భవిష్యత్తులో ఏదైనా అయితే యూ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ రెస్పాన్సిబుల్. వద్దురా కృష్ణ అన్నారు. సో ఇమ్మీడియట్లీ యూ హావ్ సీన్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ఎక్సలెన్షియా అండ్ వీ జాయిన్డ్ హిమ్ ఇన్ MEC. వద్దు మాకు ఈ పాపం మాకు వద్దు. Nothing. Leave it. Because we need to. Because our purpose was something else. We don't want higher state rank, national rank. We don't want. It caliber kanta ledu. But the thing is, average is coming. That's fine. But he will do knackness. You know, right? What is it? Street smart. He is more street smarter than most of us. Wherever you go, he can manage. Talent. Anyway, it's not our personal agenda, but I brought these things since you brought this topic, Mataji. And if that attempt is failing, Mataji, then you or your kid would be knowing what are the other parallel avocation which suits her nature. You only will be knowing, and he or she will be knowing, and Krishna will be knowing. General jaragadu, but and earlier in our past generation, parents with doctor or engineering, and then only those two things were there in their mind, and they used to rub doctor, engineering. Otherwise, anything they did a sin. That was the environment. Because I was also. My dad was thinking I should be an engineer. My sister should be a doctor. That was the ambition of my dad. But my sister was not that intelligent, so doctor didn't no doctor engineering. Engineering also. Every year 2-3 subjects అయిపోయి అలా ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ అయిపోయింది. సో అలాగా point is, because I still feel that my sister, had she been in creative field, she was a good singer, she was a good dancer. Had she been there, I was like, but at that time parents are only inclined to this engineering and doctor only. But now at least the market is broad open. They can choose. I don't know from where we are going, from where to where, but the point is, Mataji, yes, you will be knowing it better, Mataji. If that thing is, especially the spiritual who are there in spiritual life, they will be knowing better, Mataji, what is the correct field. I think Shloka is a good dancer. I think she shine well in dance. That's what I feel. She is a very fantastic dancer, no doubt about it. Okay? So, purport by His Divine Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Samadhi means fixed mind. The Vedic dictionary, the Nirukti, says Samyak Adhiyate. Smin Atma Tattva Yadhamyam. When the mind is fixed for understanding the self, it is said to be Samadhi. Samadhi is never possible for a person interested in material sense enjoyment and bewildered by such temporary things. They are more or less condemned by the process of material energy. Additional examples from Parampara. There has to be a clear detachment program from world happiness, otherwise we will stay completely attached to the material world and we will come back. Please, Prabhu Sri. Think a disturbance. Shh. Thing is, when we in the IT world, in the corporate world, when we are our renewal period is over, then we try to transition it to other client or other company, right? So when the transition happens, there are steps. Initially, the plan would be prepared. On which day, which topic would be transitioned. Again, playback sessions happens. Then primary hand holding happens. Secondary hand holding happens. Like that. Are you able to understand this terminology? What I am talking about? Everyone? Who is not understanding? You are not understanding. Probably, if any project is there.
Product, it doesn't happen that way.
So is it? Oh, okay. And because I am in operations, so I done a lot of transitions. So recently, 3 years back, we as a TCS company, we took a transition from Tech Mahindra to TCS, our Vodafone client information. So as we do step-by-step transition to get the knowledge, similarly as we grow old, we should have a roadmap. Okay, now to be serious in my spiritual life, I have to dedicate. Okay, now kids are there, so I think I have to allot. Now once the kids are coming to this stage, I think slowly I need to get away with responsibility. What are the material responsibilities are there? I should hand over to them, and I should slowly come out. How much should I come out? All these plans we should have, and there are devotees who are planning that way. Believe me, Mataji. So like that we should also plan. That's what Śrīla Prabhupāda is trying to say here. There has to be a clear detachment program from world happiness. Otherwise, we will stay completely attached to the material world and we will come back. We will come back. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyamcha. Janasangascha laulyamcha. 6 Mataji. ఒకటి ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేసి అత్యార, సెకండ్ ప్రయాసశ్చ, థర్డ్ ప్రజల్ప, ఫోర్త్ నియమాగ్రహ, ఫిఫ్త్ జనసంగ, సిక్స్త్ లౌల్యం. లౌల్యం లౌల్యం ఏం మాతాజీ? నెక్స్ట్ ఆఫ్ డివోషన్ ఉంది మాతాజీ. These are the 6 things which stops in our devotion. Alane there are some 6 things which enable our devotion also. There is a separate shloka. Anyway, this is a separate topic altogether. That is a little bit advanced topic. Okay, we will discuss. Okay. So you may when we are talking about this time waste, Hiranya, now additional example, Hiranyakashipu, Bhoga in Kashipu and Aishwarya in Hiranya was totally attached to gold and sex, and he could never attain samadhi as he was totally bodily conscious. We as sadhakas also have a lot of desires, but the least we can do is tell the Supreme Lord that we don't desire those desires. That's perfection and remain Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna will take care. Only when try to stop following our desires will we know how strong are our desires. The point to catch. When we actually stop our desires, our resistance ఉంటుంది చూసారా, అప్పుడు మనకు తెలుస్తుంది ఎంత ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉందనేది ఆ డిజైర్స్ మీద. Sorry, the point here what he is trying to say is, only when, listen to this statement carefully, only when we try to stop following our desires will we know how strong are our desires. Actually, when we stop a desire, for example, you drink a coffee or tea every day morning. That has become a habit, and you might not even realize that what big wrong is in this. Drinking coffee every day morning is not a desire, and you will not realize that it has become an addiction to you. It is a very common thing, and you are not doing great crime here, right? But when you sincerely feel that coffee has a caffeine element and it might be hindering my spiritual life, and you are trying to stop coffee, and for 3 to 4 days you stop drinking coffee, and at that after 4th day the kind of resistance you will get, coffee not there, coffee not there, I'm trying to control, but that resistance will show that how attached you are to the desire. But when every day when you drink, you will not know that. How much addicted you are, you will not know that. But only when you try to stop, and when you try to be serious in spiritual life and trying to make an attempt to stop, and after stopping for certain time, then kind of a restriction comes. I have given a simple example of coffee, but now this example can go to many areas, which might be very sensitive also, some things. That point he is trying to mention, Śrīla Prabhupāda. Only when we try to follow our desires, when we try to stop following our desires, will we know how strong are our desires. By having faith in Lord Krishna's energy, we can be confident that Lord Krishna can remove away things which we ourselves cannot remove them. Actually, it works, Prabhuji and Mataji. When you completely surrender to Krishna, he helps. I don't know whether anyone has seen this. It helps. Krishna helps. Krishna really helps. Okay? Object that affects our attachment might still be there, but we should continue to engage ourselves in the right path. Even in such intermediary path, a devotee experiences the greatest happiness. Our intelligence is like our mother, and our mind is like a child. Once our intelligence is strong, then it can control the mind from falling prey to small games. A child may take chocolates from strangers initially, as he does not know that strangers can take away from our loving parents. But as the child grows, his intelligence will explain the dangers of getting attached to the chocolate given by strangers and only accept the chocolate given by Lord Krishna. Okay, I think the time is over. So 2.45 we will discuss from the next session. Okay, let me stop it here. So any questions? As promised, 8 o'clock I stopped. Any questions? Any questions? Let me stop the recording.